This is a story time about how I almost died on a roller coaster. So me and my aunt went to Six Flags for the holidays and we planned to get on one of the roller coasters. So when we arrived at Six Flags we got ice cream and then we headed towards one of the rides. So we waited at the line for the ride, and when it was finally our turn to get on the ride I sat on the seat and I buckled up, and that's when the ride started. So while we are on the roller coaster I realized that I didn't buckle myself tight enough, and then I started to panic, and when the roller coaster went upside down I almost fell off of the seat, but my aunt grabbed me and made sure that I didn't fall off. So that is my story, and I am never going to get on a roller coaster ever again.
I was in class on Zoom. I wanted to go to sleep, honestly, because when I'm tired, I go to sleep. I end up falling asleep and then class ends and everyone starts leaving the class. Except me, because I was in a whole other universe at this point. I was dreaming, I was flying. At this point, me and the teacher are alone in the call. This is the best part! Then the teacher starts talking to me and he's like, "Samantha, wake up. Samantha, please. Samantha, you have another class." He woke me up, but I was half awake, so I didn't really know what was going on. So I thought it was my brother waking me up, and I straight up yelled. I was like, "You fat booger." And so then I realized I just called my teacher a fat booger. And now he scheduled a parent conference.
So it's another day at VS. We had a promotion for a free bag. If you spend $75, then you get a free bag or free tote. That's something that often happens at VS. So this lady comes in and she's super excited. She's shopping around, racking up her bill so she has enough money to get a free tote. Little does she know, I'm at the register giving away my last free tote. She comes up to me like, "Hey girl, I got my bag full. I got my 75. I'm ready to get my tote." I'm like, "I'm so sorry, miss. I actually just gave away the last one." You would have thought I just told her that I murdered a family member of hers because she was tight. And she's like, "Oh, really? So what are you about to give me? Because I'm spending 75 today. So what do I get for free?" She's like, "A shirt? A perfume? I need something. I'm not leaving without it." Like, "Miss, I'm sorry, we don't have it. It's up to you if you want to spend the $75, but we have no more gifts. It's while supplies last." So after debating back and forth with her, "I'm sorry, I can't just give you a free perfume. I can't just pick a shirt off the wall and give it to you. If you look at the coupon, it's this promotion is only while supplies last." So she's like, "Well, can you call some of the other stores? I want to see if they have the free bags left." I'm like, "Sure, I mean, I guess I can call, but they're not going to let you just come to the store and get a free bag. You have to spend the money at their store." She dismissed that idea pretty quickly after she realized that she would have to go from our mall to another mall to possibly get this bag. And she didn't have any time to drive. So she just decides to refuse to leave the store until somebody gets her something, because she is just so entitled. Of course, I have to get my manager involved, and he's like, "Look, let's just get this lady out of the store. Give her something. What do we have back here?" So I'm digging behind the register, and we just so happen to find this old tote bag, not the one that we were promoting, an old one. So she spent the 75 and got that random tote bag just to keep her quiet.
This is why you should never skip school. One day I was waiting for the bus and my mom had already left for work, but my stomach was hurting so bad, so I decided to go back home and skip school. So I made it back home and went to my room to lay down. I ended up falling asleep, but I was suddenly awakened by a loud sound. It was the sound of glass breaking. Someone was breaking into my house. So I immediately jumped up and hid under my bed. I was so scared. I could hear someone walking up the stairs. I literally peed in my pants. I could hear rumblings coming from my mom's bedroom. I was praying that the person didn't come into my room, but they did. And I closed my eyes, anticipating to die. But the person ended up leaving my room and going back downstairs. I could hear movements downstairs, and then all of a sudden, my cell phone started ringing. Like for part 2. This is part 2 on why you should never skip school. So I hurried to reach my hand on my bed to search for my phone as I'm halfway under the bed. I finally grabbed a hold of my phone and silenced it. I noticed the movements downstairs had ceased. It was complete silence in the house. It was scary quiet. I didn't know if the person had heard my phone or not, but I wasn't trying to find out. So I dialed 911 while still under my bed to report someone had broken into my house. As I was whispering to the operator, All of a sudden, I heard the door slam. I didn't want to leave from under my bed, so I stayed under until the police came. The police ended up calling my mom, and when my mom found out, she grounded me for a whole year.
When I was 17, my family actually forgot about my birthday, so when I told my best friend, she felt really bad for me and convinced her family to do something with me. So they took me out to eat at a restaurant where they throw like bread rolls at you, and they told the waitress that it was my birthday. So the waitress asked me to stand up, and I was like, no. But everyone kept staring at me, and my best friend was like, just stand up. So I stood up, and the waitress announced to everyone in the room that it was my birthday, and she asked everyone to sing happy birthday with her, but absolutely nobody sang, so it was quiet. So I slowly sit back down on my chair and I look over to my friend and she's just laughing because this is hilarious to her. And then I look over at the waitress and she looks scared and she starts giving me a bunch of extra bread rolls and she's like, I am so sorry. Needless to say, it was very awkward and a birthday that I will never forget.